Gotta get better at remembering to get the camera out when I'm doing stuff, guys. It's kind of funny. I was out here burning this bamboo and it was popping and cracking like a war zone. My neighbors come running over. But I wasn't filming it, but found some footage. You may or may not remember, there was a tree down here. Hurricane Helene wind damage. This fence was all kinds of messed up. Still is, but we kind of have it patched together right now. We've done a lot of clearing, but a lot more to go. We're always doing something bamboo journey with you. So when we bought this property, we inherited a bamboo forest, and we didn't really think much of it until last spring, really, and it really started to spread and just be very aggressive, growing over there into the neighbor's yard. For the first probably couple years, you know, it was harmless, no issues at all, but last spring is when it really started to spread, and as a homeowner we kind of freaked out a little bit, and we went into this, you know, rabbit hole of learning the science behind the plant. And in that process of learning about bamboo, I actually learned how incredibly versatile it is. I mean, you can make anything almost with bamboo, from furniture to crafts. We've boiled and ate the shoots that come up in the spring, and those are like packed full of vitamins. And we've just done a lot with it. We've even made a fire using the bamboo fire saw technique, which I didn't really get the footage I want. Maybe we'll do it again. That's a lot harder than it looks to do a friction fire, in case you're wondering. So, but long story short, guys, it's just an incredibly versatile resource. So we have another challenge here. Although we love it and we want to keep it, we also need to control it and keep it from spreading into the neighbor's yard and growing in places we don't want it to grow. So I need your help again. You guys have helped me before, and I very much appreciate it. But this is a new problem that I haven't necessarily presented to you guys, and basically we need to figure out what to do. Do we cut it all down and dig it all up? Do we cut what we don't want and put a barrier down? Is there some type of special equipment or technique that we can do to efficiently control it or even eradicate it? But again, we don't necessarily want to get rid of it completely. We just want to get it under control. So any help, guys, if you've dealt with this problem, if you know a solution, there's a lot of different approaches. You could put tarps down to block the sunlight, because really that's the big thing when it comes to this plant, is it doesn't necessarily thrive in shaded areas. It can grow in the shade, but it's not happy if there's no sunlight. So a lot of people, what they do is they cut it all down and put tarps down for like a year or two. And I haven't gotten any updates from those videos or from those techniques, but it is something that people have done. I just don't know how successful it was or anything about it. So if you do have any information on that, I'd be happy to hear it. So I just thought I'd give you kind of a little bit of the backstory behind me doing the bamboo journey. And I look forward to hearing from you down in the comments with suggestions, ideas, any positive things you would like to put out there. If you've been watching and still watching at this point, I just want to personally thank you. But to get you a better idea of the size of this bamboo forest, I thought I would just take you guys on a quick little tour and try to show you. It'd be better if I had a drone or like a small UAS or something to fly over and really get a good picture of what we're dealing with. Behind me here is actually another area of the property, not far from the other grove. So that's the bamboo forest number 1. That's bamboo forest number 2. Basically, this is a creek comes down through here. It's like a drainage comes down, and you've got a bunch of trees that we want to keep that are on that little island. You might be able to see from here. There's a creek, little drainage that comes under out of here and goes down into the main creek. Then you've got this little island situation. Then on the other side over there is the main creek that goes up there. So looking at it basically like a triangle, little triangle island here. Now to show you exactly where the bamboo is starting to like creep over into the neighbor's yard, I'll take you over here, kind of show you what's going on with that. So this is the area we've been working on. We've cleared out. Now obviously the plan 30 plus years ago, or however many years ago, was to hide this natural drainage that comes out of the backyard of the neighbors here. And you can see there's a pipe. We've got piping under there for drainage. And so planting those big evergreens was, you know, a decent idea. But with this bamboo, you know, it's kind of like a no-win situation, because it grew into the evergreens, started killing the evergreens, and now the bamboo roots are all in this. So yeah, so we got to come up with a better way of doing the landscape here. But to show you exactly what's going on here, you may be able to see this. That's the rhizome that's coming this way, and it's come. You can actually see it right there, going underneath their deck. So I went in there and cut it out the best I could last year. Got in there and cut it out last year. It was actually growing underneath this pool deck, and yeah, so we're gonna have to get this stuff really figured out, because, you know, it wasn't happy under there. It wasn't growing like through the wood or anything. It would just kind of bend and just start growing like towards where the sunlight is. So, you know, luckily there was no real damage or anything, but it could definitely do that. So we really have to get this under control. So another problem area I want to show you guys is over by our sidewalk. This spread here, we noticed, is coming from this island over here. That's the main creek, okay? Over there is the island. And what we noticed last spring was some roots coming that have like jumped across this creek and started coming up into here, really close, guys, to the sidewalk. Now, you know, it's another concern we have. Is it going to damage? Is this stuff going to get under that concrete and damage it? But long story short, guys, it's trying to creep up towards the sidewalk. Help me solve this problem. Let's come up with a solution together like we normally do. And again, thanks if you watched through this kind of a boring video. Unfortunately, we're not the most entertaining people out there. We're no PewDiePie, and we're no we can't show off our $1 million boats or whatever. So yeah, it's a tough time for just anybody to have a YouTube channel. I mean, so any bit of love, you know, is very, very much appreciated. And until next time, guys, thanks. Love you guys. See you in the next one.